you hear me?
May idea na ako to.
Yes.
Pwede natin lagyan ng marami dito.
Stop spreading lies. Why?
Yes, here, spreading lies.
What do you mean?
Hindi yan.
Aren't you the one who told me?
Basta yung sa bakal, doon siya sa ano.
Flying carpet?
Sa
Kasi pag tinaas mo to, tataas rin yan.
So is the flying carpet is a lie or true?
kaya nga, pero ibig sabihin, yung bakal, doon sa ano, i-sentro mo.
True what?
True story.
So now if I say to you I have a flying carpet, I will not be a liar.
Yes.
I will be a liar. So if your prophet speak about flying carpet, you believe it, but if I speak about it, you don't believe it.
Yes, because you are a liar.
So when you, what make you believe that there's a flying carpet according to your prophet?
Given by the angels.
Okay, but who made the flying carpet?
Allah.
So Allah made the flying carpet.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Is it possible to have like 2 million men and women and camels and donkeys flying on top of flying carpet? Don't you think it's
Sagad na anak eh.
exaggeration?
So anong gagawin mo?
It's not a million, so
It's not?
no.
No, in the tafsir it says 600,000 shares.
Yes, it's not a million. That's
600,000 shares is too much, you think?
is
Okay. So how a flying carpet is carrying 600,000 shares?
because it's just a tafsir. The carpet is big, but it's not that big.
So you are saying that tafsir is
Idea
lying?
ko to.
Gawin mo lang, gawin mo
No,
lang.
they have
Paano
drawn.
yan, hindi mo.
They have a drone now?
Wala maraming
Yes.
What does drone have to do with the flying carpet of your prophet?
What?
Well, you are talking about the drone. I'm talking about the flying carpet now.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
So, you said yourself, you said you put an army in the flying carpet, right?
Yes.
How many soldiers Suleiman do you have?
A lot.
Like how many?
I don't know.
Give me a number.
I don't know. A
Like
few
what?
thousand.
Few thousand. How many? 10,000, 20 million, what?
I don't know. Maybe like 5,000.
So 5,000, we can assume 5,000 they were flying in the flying carpet. 5,000 soldiers, 5,000 horses.
Yes.
Okay. So if every horse every 2 horses need 2 meter by 2 meter, and we have 5,000 horses,
Sagad.
let us calculate.
Kasi para pag binaba.
2 meter by 2 by 2, this is 4.
Kasi dito tayo magbabawas.
X5, this is 20,000 meters flying carpet just for the horses.
Kasi
What do
di
you
ba
think?
pag nakataas, dito mo lang magbabawas. Kaya yung eksakto lang siya na nakakagat pataas.
Yeah, so what's wrong?
I-jack mo muna ng pinakamataas,
I mean, this is
tapos
very-
titignan mo kung anong
very
pira
convincing.
yun ang ilalagyan mo.
The same as in front of us, the hadith he says
Okay?
that if the
Kasi
women
yung-
have
yung
orgasm
sinasabi
first,
mo
the baby
kasi
will be a
galaxy
boy.
nga siya.
That's why if the women
So
have
nga,
orgasm first, the baby will be a
Inatom,
girl. If the man have
tignan mo
orgasm
yung-
first, the
yung
baby will be
isagad
a
mo
boy.
siya.
This is true too, right?
Yes.
nakalagay yung
This is true.
tawag
Yes.
na
Did you try it
isagad
yourself at home with your wife?
para konti
Sir,
lang
sir,
Did you try that with your wife?
Para pag binaba natin,
Wala.
hindi na sagapan.
I'm young. I don't have a wife.
You didn't have a wife.
Sir,
So kumuha ka
Okay.
na
Did
ng
you ask
tao
your
doon,
dad?
lagay mo dyan
You told me before you look like your dad or your mom.
Di ba ito?
what?
Isa pang...
You
My
yourself.
my mother. My mother.
You look like your mother. So this will mean, according to the Prophet, your mother, she had
Hindi, yung
organ
lapad
fault.
lang na ano, yung mga
Yes.
flat.
But this is impossible because the hadith here says
Yun, no?
that the baby will look like the mother, which means he will be a female. So, are you a female?
Resembling means look like.
Kasi ano lang
Oh,
yun,
no, no,
yung
no.
isagat
No,
mo
my
siya ng
friend.
isagat.
The definition word of resemble means look like. If I say I resemble a person, that means I look like a person.
Okay, what if I show you that this is not what the Prophet is saying? The Prophet, he said clearly
I-jack mo siya
that
ng
he will
mataas,
be,
tapos ilagay mo.
you know, the child will be male.
Okay, what if I show you that Allah will decide it to be a male or female?
Allah is the one who decides.
Yes.
Okay, that's why the Prophet is lying. Because here
No.
the Prophet,
No.
this is the one who said that. You see, you
That's
just,
one
you,
hadith.
you just get your Prophet
One
busted.
hadith.
Hold on,
That's
hold on.
one hadith. That's one hadith.
What a hadith?
That is one hadith. It was 200 years written after the death of Muhammad. It cannot be perfect, you know.
Isagat mo
See,
lang
here we
may
go.
But,
See, guys, here we go.
the
A second ago, this hadith was good. It was perfect. It's fine. Now he got himself busted. He said to me, I can show you that Allah is the
Tapos
one who decide the gender.
siguraduhin mo
Right.
naka-level
So
yung
now,
Yes.
in order to get
yung sa
away
likod
from
niya,
this problem, he
lagyan mo
says,
ng
oh, this
kahoy
hadith is
na
not
pagkumpara
perfect.
ka lang.
No, yeah, it's not perfect.
Why is it perfect? How do you know?
Because all in the other hadiths were saying that it will look
Hindi,
like
huwag
the
mo ilagay
mother.
sa ano, sa pilit niya. Ilagay mo yan sa ano.
You look like the mother. But according to science, if you let us say it's not about it's not about male or female, but that's not what it says. But I will go with you for now. Let us
Tapos,
say you look like your mother.
pagka
If your mother
nakasagat
had
na,
organ
tsaka
fault.
ka
Is that something proven by science or this is
i-check
stupid?
mo kung
It's
ilang kahoy
it's
pa
logical.
kailangan.
It's logical.
Para pag binaba
Yes.
natin,
If I have
Pwede pa
if my
natin tununin
semen
yan.
proceeds of the woman, then it's logical that my child will look like me.
God forbid. You know, I hope not that will not happen. But so if
Nasaan
your
yung isang
semen
jack pala
proceed your
na
wife,
nandiyan?
if your wife had a semen,
maganda
No.
rin yung jack na
you
yun,
just say
ilagay
your
mo dyan
wife
sa
proceed
gitna niya.
your semen proceed your wife.
Oo, para dalawa, double
No, if
action siya.
mine
Yun
discharge
yung
proceeds
pinaka
of the woman.
magtataas dyan.
Okay, the discharge of the woman is what? What she discharge? Milk?
I don't know. I don't know how.
Juice.
I don't know how woman. I don't know how woman called it. I don't know much about women.
Well, we can go and ask your prophet because your prophet is an expert, you know, as you know.
Ito muna.
My friend, my prophet doesn't say that woman is sperm. Well, okay, where in the Quran does it say that semen comes from the backbone and ribs? Does it say and or between? So it's one place from one gender.
We will go to the Quran. Read with me here carefully. The Messenger of Allah said that the man water is thick and white and the woman water is thin and yellow. Whichever of them
Isagat mo
comes
muna, tapos
first,
yung munang jack na isang
the
ilagay mo.
child will resemble the parents. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So, the water of the man, obviously, this is the sperm, correct? What is
It's
that?
what the discharge. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a sperm.
So, when he says he called the man's sperm water, he called the woman's liquid, he called it water too. So, obviously, he thinks that both of them, they have a sperm.
No, because they didn't have the.
Okay, so what is that yellow thing? What is that yellow thing which is discharge of the woman, come out in her private part, will make
I
the
don't
baby
know.
look like, you don't know. Did you ask a doctor before you try to ask somebody?
I don't know. I don't know the name of the water of the woman. I only know the name of the man, of course, the sperm, but I don't know of the woman.
Sige, itas mo, itas mo.
Where in the Quran does it say man, a semen comes from between?
I don't know. Somebody
Hindi
told
yung
me
ano
that.
na,
What do you think? You
isang
do
jack
not know?
ng pangtaas mo.
No, it doesn't say that it comes from the breast of the woman.
Doesn't say
It
that?
says, okay, listen, the Quran says that it emerges between the backbone and ribs. It doesn't say that it emerges from the backbone and from the backbone and ribs.
Okay,
It
but
says
you know, hold on. Okay. But do
so
you see,
it's
hold on.
from
Hold on. You see the word between? The word between is explained in the hadith in front of us. Do you see the hadith?
let me see.
This hadith in front of us explain what between means. It's between the liquid of the man and the liquid of the woman. So the liquid of the man is coming from his backbone, and the liquid of the woman is coming from her ribs.
Let me see.
Gitna na yan.
No, it's not saying that.
It doesn't say
My
that?
friend, the Quran will say that it's emerges between, so it's one
Okay, I will
place
show
from
you.
one.
I will show you. Okay, I will show you. Here we go. Here we go. Read. This is the hadith. What do you say about this one? Salim, she came to Muhammad and she said to him, Allah, what about a woman she sees in her dream something like which men they see? This woman, she was masturbating. Muslim women, they always do that. And it's halal, you know, using bikini or cucumber. If she sees that has, Muhammad, he said, if she sees that and has discharge,
Ngayon, tignan mo
then
kung
get her to
yung
perform a
level
bath.
niyan.
Salama, the wife of your prophet, she said, O Messenger of Allah, does that really happen? That means,
I already read that.
yeah, that means the prophet's wife, she never had discharge. I wonder why.
Yeah,
It's like
this
the
is not
prophet
the
is not
topic.
using the right private part, he's using something else. So he said, yes, the water of the man is thick and white, and the water
Yes.
of the women is thin and yellow. Whichever of them comes first is going to make the child, you know, resemble the parents. So
Yes.
Bawasan mo ng isa.
your
Bawasan mo
prophet
yung isa.
confirming here that
No. Listen, do women have a water? Yes or no? Yes, right? When they discharge. Yes.
maybe the pee, the piss.
No.
What is that?
Yung malapad ang ilagay mo.
Okay, look, both women and men have discharge. Remember?
Yeah, but your prophet saying the woman's water is yellow, right?
Yeah.
So what is that yellow? What is that yellow? I mean,
I don't know how you call it. I don't know much about women.
maybe she have an infection. Maybe the wife of
Listen.
Muhammad and Muhammad, he never met a wife. Maybe he made them have infection because why their water is yellow? What is that?
That's the sperm.
Maybe it's piss.
No.
So you just said that women
No,
have a
of
sperm.
the man. Of the man.
Okay.
No, you just said. I said why it's yellow? You said this is the sperm.
I thought you said men.
I'm talking why it's yellow. The women is yellow.
Okay. So now let's go to the Quran.
Okay, hold on.
It's
No, before we go into Quran, here we go. Before we go to the Quran, because we are trying to make a connection here. If you read here, you will see
Ilapat mo yung sa ano niya, kailangan yung weight niya.
let's see.
Yan, ganyan muna. Tapos, kumuha ka na ng ng pang mo dyan, pang taos mo dyan sa...
All those hadith are saying the same, but we want to show you something
Kaya niya? Hindi.
more clear.
Naku, hindi.
no, but the Quran describes the semen reproduction in one place of one gender.
Bakal.
The semen is coming what?
It says the semen comes from between the backbone and ribs. It doesn't say and the backbone and ribs.
Okay, the backbone of who?
The backbone between the backbone and ribs of a man.
Okay, hold on. I will go with you. So you are saying
Because-
it's not the Quran does not say anything about the woman, correct? You are saying
No, because it says between. It says one place of one gender.
Let's see. I'm going to show you something on the screen, and I want you to explain to me.
Tanggalin mo na yung ano doon, yung...
So if we go, this is the human body, as we see in the screen. Do you see the screen?
Not now.
Okay, actually, let us see if we can find something
Yes, I see it.
showing the back. Okay,
Yes.
this one showing the back. That's better. So this is the human body. Okay.
Yes.
So according to your prophet, according to you, the semen is coming from the backbone here. So let's make it in a blue.
Bigyan mo nga yung ganito.
Or
Itibay.
black. From this area. And then
Yes,
from
and
the
between
ribs,
the ribs.
and then from the ribs here. The
Between the ribs.
Taraib is here in the location of the neck.
No, listen. You have a misunderstanding. It doesn't say it comes from between the backbone. It says it comes between the backbone and ribs, between right there.
Where the backbone is here in the back.
Yes, but it says between, so it's not actually at the backbone.
Okay, I'm going with you from between, but here the backbone
Dito sa
starts
ano,
here.
sa bakal mo
Yes.
sa
Okay,
bakal.
and now then we have the location of the necklace. What makes the sperm coming from between this and this? What does that mean?
Nilagay mo yung
It doesn't say that it comes from the back and ribs. It says between.
Okay, I'm going with you. I'm going with your lie, you know, because the
No,
Quran,
why?
because the Quran says clearly that because the word Taraib, my friend, it is a name for the bones of the women. The women. It's not.
My friend, it says between. It's
I know,
describing one
but the word
of-
Taraib is a word in Arabic for the ribs of the women and specifically for the location of the necklace. Do you want
it
to show you
describes.
that? Do you speak Arabic?
No.
Do you know somebody speak Arabic?
Yeah, but it says between the backbone and ribs. It
My
says
friend,
one
why you keep
place,
repeating
one
yourself
ending.
like a recording machine? I'm saying to you, if I show you that the word Taraib means specifically the location of the necklace of the women, specifically, not anywhere in the bones, only where, you see where I point the arrow there? It is between, like down the neck, this is where the location of the necklace, this is Taraib. Which means it's the last bones, is the last bones of the ribs from the top. So when the Quran says from the backbone and the Taraib,
No, it says between.
between. This is why
Yeah, if it's between, then if it says
okay.
between.
Let me ask you, who is the scholar who you consider him your best example to follow?
Myself.
Yourself, that's amazing. I heard of you before. What's your name? What? I believe you. You must be a scholar. No? I'm learning from you. So what's your name, my friend? You must be. Are you Ibn Kathir?
Yes.
You are Ibn Kathir. Okay, let's go and see what Ibn Kathir says. I know you are Ibn Kathir. No, don't tell me. No. You are the one who said you are Ibn Kathir. Everybody heard you. So now we go. No, you see, you are in trouble now. You said you are Ibn Kathir, and I believe you. I am naive, and I believe you. And you are sexy, and I know it. You're like that now. So now we will go to Ibn Kathir. This is a chapter.
No, my friend.
You cannot. You are the one who
friend.
said yes. That means you accept Ibn Kathir. Don't
look
tell me.
what the-
Don't friend me now. I'm going to get you busted. And you know.
My friend, oh,
No. This is Ibn Kathir. This is Ibn
No.
Kathir.
Dito ka na
My
mag-
friend, show.
Don't make me hang up on you. Be honest for a second. You Muslims are a bunch of scum.
Tatagalin ko ba ito?
Okay, we'll go. Read with
No,
me.
you are.
Read with me.
It says between. It says
Okay,
between.
read with
It's
me.
describing
Okay,
one
read
place.
with me. What it says?
It doesn't say and backbone
My
and.
friend,
ribs. It
read
says-
with me. Mr. Ibn Kathir, this is your book.
No.
Read it.
Listen, it says here that in the Quran it says between, so it's describing one place.
My friend, is it thank you, Ibn Kathir? You tell me you are Ibn Kathir. You are lying to me?
No, yes.
Okay, you don't know yet? What does that mean? Read carefully, my friend. It says, He created from the water gushing forth, meaning the sexual fluid that comes bursting forth from the man and the woman. Thus the child produced from both of them by permission of Allah. Due to his say, يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone or the loins of the man and the ribs of the woman, which is referring to her chest. As Shabib said, Bin Bishar reported, Ikrama, etc., he said, he said, يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs,
Lagyan mo
The
ng
backbone
tawag yan sa ano.
of the man and the ribs of the women. It is the fluid is yellow and fine in texture. The child will not be born except from both of them, i.e., sexual fluid. Concerning Allah's statement, إنه على رجعه لقادر. Verily is able to bring him back to life. So now we get the answer. So what do you say?
Listen,
Equally divided.
does the Quran say that?
Yeah, the Quran says that.
What do you mean?
Because
My
the-
friend, there's a big difference in
Because the
saying
Quran,
between
you see, Abdul, the
and.
Quran used the word tara'ib.
It says between. So
No, tara'ib is not ribs. Tara'ib is the location of the necklace on the woman's chest.
no, you're lying. See, you're lying again.
Sandali. Pag naglalagay ka ng ganyan,
Thank you very much for your
titignan mo
Next, who is next?
Bakit? Kailangan kasi para hindi mag-bend.
You
Kung
are
kinuha mo
lying.
na
I'm
sana
showing you.
yung punch rate para pag binaba mo yan,
Oh, I'm lying.
Hindi ba yung ba?
ha?
Hindi ba hindi tayo
But
control?
in order to be lying, you have to be lying too.
Kasi try mo lang.
Ingat ko ba ito konti?
Hindi na.
What do you think, guys? This is the Quran. So now what the Muslims do? They will say now the Quran is corrupt. To avoid the stupidity of who they call God, they have millions of videos about the Quran. I mean, books, the one I made about this stupid book, you will die laughing. They corrupt the meaning of the Quran with no shame, just in order to deceive you and to make you believe that the Quran is not a stupid book. Not only they try by corrupting the meaning, they hide the stupidity of the Quran, but in the top of that, they try to make it fit with science, which means the corruption have two directions. Corruption in the translation, corruption in the interpretation, and corruption in the Quran itself words meaning.
Hindi.
Try ko ba?
Sige ba? Sige ba?
And now,
Oh, kaya.
another Muslim will call me, and I will say, I don't accept this interpretation, show me different one.
Oh,
We show him different one. Oh,
Ba?
which is horrible too. So which one? So now there is
i-release mo ng content.
like actually one of you, he sent me a text message in Skype, said to me, there's a guy, he said he accepts the interpretation of An-Nabulsi, but An-Nabulsi is not a scholar in Islam. This guy is an Arabic teacher. He have a degree in Arabic.
Tama. Para hindi ano.
He's an idiot. But you know, this is the time where you can make a lot of money by defending Islam
Ito, lagyan mo ng tawag dito.
and try to say, to show something amazing in this book, which is not there. Because those Muslims, they are waiting for somebody to save this cult. Islam is drowning. So when somebody he came and he started trying to show them that there's scientific miracles, etc., because already you believe in it anyway, so you would accept whatever he's saying. But not us. I mean, it's stupid. Don't you see it? Can't you see it?
Oh.
How in the world this is the book of God? Why you are calling me Abdul?
Hello.
Why you are calling me?
Pamilya?
Yes,
Ah.
I want to
Oo.
talk about embryology in the Quran.
Well, this is here we go. The Quran has just told us the secrets, everything here.
In chapter 23, verse 40.
Abot ako.
Mhm. Okay, chapter 23, verse number 40. Are you sure? You want to go there?
Ang konti.
Yes.
Okay, guys, be my witness. He is the one who
Yes.
chose the verse. Okay, but don't
Yes.
say I don't want to talk about it no more. So you promise me.
I promise.
Okay, chapter 23, verse number 40, right?
Yes, and we are going to go to the Arabic dictionary for the meaning of Allah.
Okay, no problem. 23, right?
Yes.
Oh, Ibn Kathir, you don't have it, you know, in the Arabic translation.
No. Not
No, not Ibn Kathir, not Ibn Kathir. Why are you scared? What happened? What happened?
No, let's go to Quran.
Okay, you said you want me to go to the Arabic dictionary to see what the word nutfa mean, correct?
No, Allah.
Alaqa. Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Go to our actual dictionary. Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Okay, no, you send me a link. This is an article. We don't accept articles. We accept dictionary.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay, no problem. I will go here.
None of the interpretations say it's a cloud of blood. All of them say it's halaqa. People translated it into a blood in the 20th century. But Ibn Kathir and all the others never said it's a blood, actual blood.
Okay, all right. I want you to look with me,
Di mamaya.
and you tell me what's happening.
Check muna natin kung
Let me see.
To detect early signs of a heart attack in 10 seconds. This life-saving smartwatch is disrupting the medical industry all over the world. It's called Pulse Tech and has been helping thousands of people across the country to detect early signs of heart attacks and serious diseases. The story behind this product started when Dr. James Hamilton, a renowned cardiologist, witnessed the tragic loss of his own father to an undetected heart condition. Frustrated by the lack of affordable and accessible tools for early detection, Dr. Hamilton dedicated his life to researching and developing a solution that could save lives. Dr. Hamilton understood that you, like many people over 45, may be at risk of undiagnosed health issues and recognized the need for a device that could
You see my YouTube.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So which one is the one you want?
You keep saying it's a clot of blood.
Does
Ilagay
it
mo
say
ba
here?
yung ano
Okay,
doon?
we go.
Bakal.
Blood the clot.
Sabik na. Sinatong mo ba?
It can mean that, yes.
So it can
But-
mean that. Which one?
Okay.
Which one you want me to accept now? Which one you
Is it
want?
okay?
Which
Okay,
one? Which
let
one
me-
you like? Which one? No, I will go
Hey.
with you. My friend, I
I'm
will go
gonna
with you. I will make you happy. Huh?
I'm gonna answer. Imagine before the discovery of embryology, that I would say that the embryo is actually becoming a leech.
So, ang gagawin
So,
natin ngayon,
so you are saying this is a leech,
ang gawin mo
correct?
na yung ano yung
Yes.
Okay, but this is
But it-
okay. No problem. I will go with you guys. Did he say a leech?
Ito,
Did he say a leech?
pwede na itong
Yes.
ano?
Be my witness. Okay, that's been proved that your God is stupid.
Why?
Let us go and see. You are the one who said, guys, did he choose
Pwede
leech?
mo yung
Not
ano,
me.
Dito na, tatanggalin natin.
He is the one who chose leech. Okay. I mean, I'm going. Okay. Hold on. You know, I'm going to go with you, my friend. Here we go. Okay. So now we have a leech. What is the leech? I'm going to replace the word congealed blood because you don't like it with leech. Is that fine? Right? Because that will make you happy, correct?
No, it's the truth.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put the word leech here instead of the word congealed blood. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Okay. So we put the word leech here. But what is the one became a leech?
It is the sperm and the egg
Okay.
leech.
According to which donkey in science he says to you that the sperm will transform to be a leech?
Hindi na. Ayos lang naman.
Oh.
The sperm will go inside of the egg and it will be gone, but the Quran doesn't have to be that detailed.
But no, it's giving details. It's giving details. It says we made the sperm into leech.
Yes.
Okay, and then the leech became a fetus. According to your Muslim translation, you want loom or fetus? It doesn't say fetus
Loom.
here. It says loom. Okay, so according to science, the sperm will become a leech, and then the leech will become a loom.
Leech will become a lump, yes.
And then the loom will become bones.
Yes.
and then the bones we close them with the flesh.
Yes.
My friend, your God is a certified donkey. He got a degree like Zakir Naik now. Who in the world wanna believe in such a garbage?
No, but I keep hear you saying that it's a cloud of blood deceiving the Muslims.
Guys, did I say blood? No, it's not me who's saying that. It's in front of you. You see? You say
No,
I'm deceiving
it's
the
in front-
Muslims? No, I'm not deceiving anyone. Here we go. Even your scholars, they are translating it as a congealed blood. Do you see it?
Yes, the
You see?
Arabic people who speak Arabic, like Shakir, they all translate into a cloud.
Okay. What
because
about
they-
what about the interpretation? Why the interpretation agree with me? If I am lying.
No, because all the interpretations they are not translated into English. People in the 20th century they translated that, not the Ibn Kathir
Okay,
and
no
all
problem.
the
I
other.
can show it in Arabic.
Yes, it is halaqa.
No,
Yes.
it says their blood. Alaqa
No, it
is
doesn't
blood.
say.
My friend.
No, halaqa family.
Anyway, even after we change the word congealed blood to the one you like to be leech, still the Quran is stupid.
No.
What do you mean no? There's nobody believe that the sperm will transform into to a leech, and then it's going to be a baby.
okay.
According to you, the sperm will be a baby at the end of the day. Correct?
Okay. Wait. Let me do this.
Don't tell me. Okay. According to this verse, the sperm is going to transform into a baby. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And how that happened?
No, it's in the development. It's in the stages.
Okay,
But
no
listen,
problem. It took stages, but what is the first stage? It's a sperm. The sperm will transform into a leech. You are the one who told me that. You forgot.
Yes.
Okay, so sperm became leech. The leech became a loom. The loom became bones. The bones we close them with flesh, and that's it. Bingo. We have you.
No, then we developed it into another creature.
That's it. You became a creature. That's it. You're done.
No. Then it says, then we developed it, meaning it's still in progress.
No, that's it. He closed
No,
you.
because in Hadith it says that after it becomes a loom, then Allah will decide it to be a male or female. Then He will breathe His spirit.
Okay, guys. So after you are a loom and he closed you with the bones, Allah decide that you are male or female.
No. After you become a loom, and then your soul will be breathed into you. So then you become a male or female. And in the Quran it says that the last stage is that Allah will develop humans into another creature, meaning He will cause the body parts to grow. You know.
So according to what, by the way, your prophet, he said that after he finished your creation, Allah he decide if he is male or female, correct?
No, it's during the stages. Yes.
Okay, let us see. No, let us see. Here we go.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Let us see what your prophet said. I hope you will
My
not
friend.
say. I hope you will not say he's liar. Now, come on, show respect. Show respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if it said blood of blood, it's still correct because in the second week, the blood vessels begin to form inside the
No
baby.
problem.
So it's
Okay.
no yes.
Can you read it with me? Can you read with me this hadith?
Oh my God, this guy.
Don't say my God. Say oh my Allah, please. Respect yourself. Don't insult. Read it, please.
Travel semen remains in the womb for 40
No,
days.
read. What is that? I want people to hear you. Come on, read.
When the drop of semen remains in the womb for 40 days, the angel comes and says,
Okay, hold on. The drop of semen will stay in the womb for 40 or 50 days. Is that accurate?
May mali ka ba club dyan?
yeah. Well, in the also hadith it says that.
Come on, it's clear. Your prophet said the sperm of the man will go to where? To the womb, and he will stay in the womb for 40 or 50 days. I never heard of a sperm going to the womb. What the sperm is going to do in the womb? Having dinner there? Secondly, is going to stay there for 40 or 50 days? What the sperm is doing there? For vacation?
Yes, but in the other hadith it says that after it becomes a sperm of 40 days, that Allah will give the the loom a shape.
No problem, no problem. But you agree that your prophet, he said the sperm will stay in the womb for 40 days, correct?
Can you let me finish talking?
I'm letting you. I'm asking you. Is that? Do you agree with that? That the
Yes,
sperm?
I agree. I agree, but let me finish talking.
Okay.
After-
No, I will let you finish. So you agree that the sperm will stay in the womb for 40 days? But this is stupid, my friend.
Right.
What do you say?
Well, there's a other part of this which sounds accurate because it says the semen remain in the womb for 40 days. For 40 days, but when you look at the semen, then he says Allah will give it a shape. But when you look at the embryo at 40 days, it's like already having a shape. One part is miraculous, but one part, according to you, is an error, right?
My friend, I'm not saying I'm not a doctor. I'm learning from you. You are Ibn Kathir. So here, your prophet saying that a drop of a sperm, not semen. You see here they put the word semen between two brackets. It doesn't say that. So you are made from a drop, which is a drop of a sperm, which is wrong too. And then that drop will stay inside the womb for 40 days. I want you to go right now and search in Google and tell me how long the sperm can live inside the woman.
I don't care if it stays 72 hours.
So why your God is wrong here?
My God, my prophet.
Well, your God, Muhammad, come on. Because here, your prophet, he get this information from who? From his God, correct?
Yeah, from Jibreel.
Okay, so so we have to say this is your God talking. It's not Muhammad. He just delivered what he learned from. Your prophet is not a doctor, correct? So he get this information from who? From Allah. That's it.
Yeah, but
so this is godly information. This is why it's very true. So now we have your God, who is amazing God, full of science, saying that the sperm of the man go inside the woman to the womb, look like this is the bedroom, and he stay there for 50 days. What the sperm is doing there for 50 days?
it's 40.
It says no, 40 or 50. Read it.
Yeah, but and all the other hadith says 40.
No, I think, you see what, let me tell you what happened. I think your prophet here is not sure because the men are different. Some men, they like to stay longer. Some men, their sperms like to stay less. I mean, moody. Yeah. So your prophet here is making it clear that it's either 50 or 40. However, why?
I'll send you a
No,
I sent you a link.
Don't me send me a link. No, I'm asking.
Yes, but
For why the sperm is staying there for 40 days?
Muhammad says after 40 days, Allah will give it a shape. Can you please click at my link?
Okay, so the sperm after 40 days will receive a shape.
No, the embryo.
What the embryo? It's a sperm.
Yes, but Muhammad says after it becomes a what's called a sperm. After that, Allah will give a shape.
So the sperm after 40 days is going to have a shape, correct?
No, not the sperm. It will be gone.
What do you mean? It says here the sperm will go for 40 days. It's still sperm.
Can you click at my link?
Let me show you another hadith. Maybe this one will explain it more to you. Read this
Yeah,
one
but-
for me. Read this
yeah,
one.
but-
Read this one for me. Read this one for me.
I can't read.
Well, are you literate like your prophet? Come on. Read it.
Allah the exalted and glorious has appointed an angel as the caretaker of the womb, and he will say, My Lord, it is now a drop of semen. My Lord, it is now a clot of blood. My Lord, it is now become a lump of flesh. And when Allah decided to give it a final shape, the angel says, My Lord, will it be male or female, or will it be an evil or a good person?
So what do you understand from this?
What?
What do you
What's
understand
from?
from this? What do you understand from this hadith?
I'm not following you. What is your point in this?
Well, I don't know. You see, you keep saying to me, I'm lying to people. I say it's a blood. Look what it says here. The angel, he go inside the womb of the woman.
Yes.
Okay. Are you saying to me that an angel will go inside a vagina?
An angel is when caretaker of the woman. No, it doesn't say that.
What it says? He is in
Okay.
charge of what? He's in charge of the womb.
Yes.
Okay, so he is in the door of the womb.
Yes.
So he's inside.
Yeah, I don't know. It says the caretaker. I don't know.
Okay, so he is the doorkeeper for the womb. No problem. He's an angel. Now, this angel, he asks Allah permission. He says, okay, now it's a drop of semen. My Lord, now it's a clot of a blood. My Lord, now it became a loom of a flesh.
Yes.
And when Allah decides to give the final shape, the angels say, my Lord, would it be male or female? What do you say about that?
What's the problem here?
The problem here, the last process is male or female.
No.
According to science, is it true
No.
that the last process is male or female?
In the Quran it says that this is actually talking about the embryo, but in the Quran it says that after it becomes, Allah will decide it to be a male or female, He will cause the bones to grow and clothe it with flesh.
My friend, do you see it in front of you? It's the last process, he says, male or female. Last process, do you see it?
Yeah, it's talking about the embryo, but in the Quran after this...
My friend, first of all, the Quran never mentioned the word embryo anyway, but this is not the story now. Do you see the word embryo there?
Yes, but can you let me finish
I will
talking?
make you happy. Let us say in there's a word embryo. What is the last, the final shape? After he reached the final shape, he decided to give the final shape, right? And then the angel says, oh Allah, male or female?
Are you going to listen? It says here that Allah is here. In the hadith, it's saying how Allah is making the embryo alive. But when you look at the Quran, after this, after these three stages, it's talking about how Allah is protecting humanity by and causing them, to be a human.
Let me ask you, what is your education? What is your education?
What do you mean?
Because I noticed you know a lot. What is your education? What is your degrees?
I don't know how you say English. Sorry.
No, I'm saying your education. What is your education?
It's my education, but I don't know how to say it.
What do you do?
What do you mean? I'm young.
You are young. How young?
I am 17.
You are 17? Swear by Allah you are 17.
No.
You are a liar. You are 30 something.
No.
Right. So why you are lying?
No, I'm not lying.
You are 17.
Yes.
Swear by Allah you are 17.
I swear by Allah.
That's what?
And I'm 17.
Okay. Is your mom there?
No.
Your dad?
No.
Okay. Well, why am I talking to someone who's 17? I thought you were a man. You are just a kid.
I'm almost in a few months I'm 18. So
Few months.
No.
Okay. Well, after a few months you call me. Okay.
No.
Say hi to Baba.
No.
No, he became 17. All right. Don't call. I will let you talk to me later. Don't call me. Let's see if this guy is trying to call. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Could you please?
Go ahead, we hear
Could you
you.
please?
Yes.
I'm just calling up. I have a question for you.
Can you speak louder, please? Are you a Muslim?
Me?
Yeah?
No, I have a Muslim friend.
Okay. Well, you have a Muslim friend. You are not a Muslim. What do you think about Muhammad?
He's a filthy pedophile. That's what I think.
Okay. And what's your friend here think about him?
Muslim friend thinks he's the most perfect example for human, like for everyone. He says that he hasn't that's why Allah chose him to be the last prophet, because he's the greatest example for mankind.
So what do you want to say to me?
I just want to say, can you just prove that, prove to my friend? I want because I was telling him about you, that that you exposed Islam and all the false educations that Islam has.
Mm.
Can you just prove and show where Muhammad committed sin? He had multiple wives, and he used to repent. I think like 50 or 70 times a day.
You used to what?
He used to repent.
Repent 50 times a day.
Yeah,
Well,
is that true?
Muhammad, he do not need to repent anyway, but I will answer you. No problem. Anything
Thank
else?
you. And also, Aisha, I told her that, why would Muhammad marry a 9-year-old? I'm sorry, marry her at the age of 6 and have sex with a 9-year-old when he could have, adopted her. And she said, oh no, back then it was okay to marry a child.
All right, my friend, I will answer you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for answering.
First of all, the Quran confirms that Muhammad is a person who have a license to sin,
Patay mo muna, kunwari, bubuksan mo.
open license to sin.
Patay mo muna, kunwari, patay ka.
And this is a license only to Muhammad, not to anyone else. In chapter 48, verse number 2, it says, ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. Translation. The Muslims here, they try to cover the issue, so they say that Allah may forgive thee the fault of the past and the follow. We change the translator and you will see right away the translation change.
Sabi mo, finally done.
Because Muslims always, as we said, they lie in order to cover what the Quran is saying. That's why we cannot take really a Muslim translation seriously. Look here, we just changed the translator and all of them are Muslims. Suddenly, it's not fault, it's a sin. Because fault, by the way, you do not need God to forgive you for your fault. Fault is something you did not do intentionally. And the Quran says that clearly, that if you do that, if you do something not intentionally, it's not a sin. It's not. As an example, if I'm driving my car and I hit a man, and the man dies, this is not intention. This is not, my intention is to go in the highway, to go to work or home. So I killed the man, this is not a sin. The man, he died, yes, but I didn't want to kill him, so I'm not a criminal here. So the Quran does not speak about Muhammad committing fault, for fault is not to be committed, and there is no need for forgiveness. The Quran says in Arabic clearly, لِيَغْفِرَ لَكَ اللَّهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. The word ذنب, as we see in the front of us, is what Allah will forgive him. And ذنب means sin. That's why it says forgive. But here you will notice, Muhammad, he fabricated this verse and giving him a license, giving himself a license, that he is a person who would have forgiveness for sin, which is in the past, and even which is in the future to come. However, that would be a contradiction with different verse in the Quran, where Allah says to Muhammad, ask Allah for forgiveness, which means he is a sinner, but how you say to him in one verse, I forgive you for the past and the sin to come, and then you say to him in different verse, ask for forgiveness. The Quran, is a kind of is a book of, let us say, it's a mixed up book. And the more you read about it, the more the more you see that Islam is really fine and stupid. In the chapter of Muhammad, the chapter number 47, it says, so now, O Muhammad, that there is no Allah save Allah. The translation is funny. It doesn't say no Allah save Allah. It says there is no God but Allah. I mean, the Muslims are funny with it. And ask forgiveness for the sin, which means your sin, and for the believing men and women sin. So Muhammad, Allah saying to him, ask for forgiveness for yourself and for them. واستغفر لذنبك وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات. How in the other verse he says to him, I forgive the sin in the past to you, Muhammad, and the sin to come. And then he's asking here, saying to him, ask for the forgiveness of the sin you have now. I mean, you forgive him already for the past and the coming sin. So why you need to ask? So the Quran is a collection of stupid stories, and there is no point of it. Now about Muhammad repenting for 50 times or 60 times, I will save you the time. I will show you something even more stupid.
Engage mo nga yung atlas. Huwag ka mag-jerk ka.
Why Muhammad is going to go to heaven? Is that because he asked Allah for forgiveness? Is that because Allah forgive him? Is that because of his good deeds? Is that because he is a prophet? Be careful with me. Muhammad says, there is none amongst you whose deed alone would attain salvation. And actually, if you read in Arabic, it doesn't say alone. The word alone is a false translation. It says who his deed ليس أحد منكم ينجي عمله. So there is no alone. In the translation they add the word alone. This is, it is making a line. This is the sentence. ليس أحد منكم ينجيه عمله. Translation, they added the word alone, which is a lie. So here there is no alone. Alright? There is none amongst you who his deed would attain salvation for him. So the deed will never attain salvation to any Muslim. Now, one of the deeds is to ask Allah for forgiveness. This is deeds. When you commit sin, then because you ask for forgiveness, you did the good deed of asking for forgiveness, Allah forgive you. But just Muhammad said that you ask Allah for forgiveness, you don't ask him for forgiveness, this is not what attain you to salvation. But why in the other verse we showed you in the Quran, Allah saying to him, ask for your forgiveness and the forgiveness of believers. And then the companion they said to Muhammad, not even you, which means Muhammad, not even you. The Prophet said, not even I, but Allah warps me in mercy and He grant me burden. So deeds in Islam is a big fat lie. None of the deeds Muslims do. Prayer is a deed. Hajj is a deed. Kissing the black stone is a deed. Making donation to build a mosque is a deed. But none of your salvation have to do with the deeds. So why Allah is asking you for deeds? Hello?
Christian Prince.
Yes?
I already text you about. Sorry, I'm a Christian, but I have a friend to tell that if can you go to the story of Waraka and Khadijah?
Okay. What about it?
And then if there is a sentence like Waraka didn't finish yet about the he's writing.
I understand what?
So when Waraka died,
Yeah.
he has not finished yet, right?
Ano ba
Yeah.
tulungan?
So what the source? Muhammad took gospel and Torah.
All right.
Ngayon, punta ka na.
I'll answer my friend. That's all?
Okay,
All right.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you a lot.
This is the hadith in front of us, Sahih al-Bukhari, and we show the reference so people will not say we are making things up. Hadith number 6982. Book number 91, according to the reference.
Nandaan.
You will see here
Di ba?
that the first one who introduced Muhammad to God is Waraqa. The first one who said to Muhammad, "You are a prophet," is Waraqa.
Sige.
The first one who was able to understand what the angel said to Muhammad is Waraqa. Waraqa is the founder of Islam, not Muhammad.
Yung taas.
Wala, huwag kang
You will see here
Basta dito, tingin
that when
ka.
Muhammad he went to the cave and
Dali.
the angel came and he squeezed him 3 times. We go from the beginning of the story because the story is really funny and proving to us Muhammad to be a false prophet. So the prophet, he used to go to the cave, and one day when he was there, the angel came to him and asked him to read. The prophet replied, "I do not know how to read." The prophet added, and now the prophet is telling the story to Waraqa, or to Khadija, sorry. The prophet added, "The angel cut me
Sige.
forcefully, he squeezed him so hard, and pressed me so hard, and I could not bear it anymore," which means the guy almost died. Then he released me, and he said to me,
Wala.
"Read." I replied, "I do not know how to read."
Um,
Whereupon the angel cut me again, and he pressed me,
Maglagay
squeezed
ka
me
ng ano
again,
dito sa
until I
harapan,
could
kung
not
ano
bear
ka.
it no more. And then he released me,
Dito sa pinaka...
and he asked me to
i-jack
read.
mo muna.
And I replied again, "I do not know how to read." Here the story is proving to us that Muhammad from the beginning is a false prophet and Allah does not exist.
Okay.
Why? If Allah do not know that Muhammad do not know how to read, that means Allah is a false God. If Allah knows that Muhammad know
Yung hollow block dito sa baba.
not how to read, which means he knew that this guy cannot read, and he said to him, "Read," that means Allah is stupid. If Allah saying to Muhammad, "Read," and he knew that Muhammad he do not know how to read, the only solution for this that Allah was making a miracle, like Jesus said to the blind man, "See," so he saw. Otherwise, what's the point of saying to him, "See," and the guy is blind?
Tumama.
Jesus, when he said to the one who cannot walk, "Carry your bed and run," he said to the guy first that he forgive his sin. The Jews, they were wondering like how the Messiah can forgive sin, who he think he is. So the Messiah, he said to them, "What is easier for you to say, for me to say, your sin is forgiven, or to say to him, carry your bed and run and walk?" And the guy who cannot walk all his life, he walked. Here we notice that Allah, he said to Muhammad 3 times, "Read." And remember, the read here is an order from Allah. The angel is just saying what Allah said. This is not the word of Allah. This is why this verse exists in the Quran. Remember, the Quran, the Muslims agree that everything in the Quran is Allah saying in things. So the one is talking here is Allah. But the one is delivering the order is the angel. So if Allah said to Muhammad, "Read 3 times," and the Muslims, they claim that Muhammad cannot read. And the story in front of us confirmed that Muhammad supposedly cannot read. What kind of God he said to a man, "Read," he cannot read? Trust me, the true God, even if he said to a donkey, "Read," the donkey will be able to read in all languages. So from the beginning, the story is stupid. Then, 3 times repeating the same question, 3 times he's squeezing him, which is very funny. Why you are squeezing a guy? He just told you, "I can't read." What's the point of the squeezing? Squeezing first time, second time, third time, to do what? What the angel accomplished from squeezing Muhammad 3 times? Muhammad don't understand. The angel was not able to convince him to read, and he was not able to read. So what's the point of this? Stupid. Then the story continues. Thereupon he cut me again, third time, three times. Trinity. Islam established by the number 3. Muhammad was activated by 3 squeezing, not by 1 squeezing. And here we have a question. Why Islam is stuck with the Trinity when Islam rejected Trinity? Why the angel cannot say to him, read once? Muhammad, when he entered a place, he said, Assalamu alaikum 3 times. Muhammad, he pray, he repeat the dua 3 times. Muhammad, he take an oath, he repeat the oath 3 times. Muhammad, he says Adam won the debate, he repeat the same word, won the debate 3 times. Muhammad, he want to go to the bathroom, he had to shake his penis 3 times. Muhammad, he want to use stones to clean his ass, he have to use 3 rocks. Muhammad, he want to do ablution, he have to wash his hand 3 times, his face 3 times, his nose, blah, 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 3 times, everything is 3 times. A woman, she is divorced from her husband, if you divorce her 3 times, that's final. You take an oath in Islam, you have to say it 3 times. I mean, what is left? The whole cult is based on 3 times, yet they are anti-Trinity. Then we continue here. After what this happened, the angel, he told him, read, and he continued, read in the name of your Lord, who created you, etc., exist, blah, 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 blah. Then, you will see, from the beginning, he confirmed that he created you from a clot, a congealed dead blood, which is a stupid mistake. Repeat it again in the hadith and the Quran. And this is chapter 96, verse number 15. And here you notice, the Muslim, they keep saying to us that the Quran never been changed, but the first verse was given to Muhammad today, in the Quran today, is at chapter 96. That means there's no way. Don't call me, I will stop it. Don't call me. Don't make me block you as before. I give you time, that's it. Chapter 96 is the first verse in the Quran. First chapter, but not today. Today, it is in chapter 96. Who is the one allowed anyone to change the location? If Allah gave it to Muhammad as first, it should stay as first. So this is a clear evidence that the Quran is not what Muhammad he have at his time, at least. Then we will find something. Don't call me Abdul Qadir, I will block you. I will block you. Remember, I blocked you before. Don't do that. Don't be a kid. The squeezing story is stupid. Then Muhammad, he go to his wife and he said to her, and you will notice here, he returned with inspiration, which means whatever he heard from the angel. His neck muscles twitching with terror till he entered upon Khadija and said, cover me, cover me. They covered him with fear was over, and then he said, oh Khadija, what's wrong with me? You will notice here that the angel of Allah, when he entered to Muhammad, he did not say to him, Assalamu alaikum. And here we ask ourselves a very simple question. Why in this stage Muhammad, God did not say Assalamu alaikum? Because Assalamu alaikum, it is something Muhammad, he started learning from the Jews where he lived between the Jews. We don't say Assalamu alaikum. If you go to Jerusalem, you will see the Jews saying, Salam alaikum. Literally. This is a greeting of the Jews. When the angel came to Mary, in the Bible, the angel said to Mary, Shalom unto you, Mary. So the story here have no Salam alaikum, because Muhammad at this stage, he was not living between the Jews. He did not learn it yet. And then, when he told his wife, what's wrong with me? And you will notice the description that his neck musculars is twitching. This is, it's called a seizure. People who have certain kind of illness, what they call it in English? Tipsy, what they call it in English? Somebody remind me what the name? I forgot the name really. It's like, you know, people, they have a seizure and they fell down on the ground and their muscles shrink, their neck muscles specifically shrink so hard and they get hurt and they start shaking and they feel like as if they are dying. Epilepsy, epilepsy. Thank you. That's exactly what Muhammad is suffering from. This guy has a mental issue. And this is based on the description of the Muslim himself and Muhammad himself. And you will notice here Muhammad saying to Khadija, what's wrong with me? Why an angel of God, he visited a man and he told him, I have a message from your Lord. Why he is terrified and why this is happening. Look what happened. Then he told her everything that happened to him.
Kaya atras. Hop, hop, hindi, wag mong kakabigin na ganyan. Basta diretso lang, pinahan mo lang. Diretso lang. Up. Ang galing mo si G.
Kala ko, di na kumakain ng sandal.
The guy is shaking, going crazy, and she said, "No, this is good news." Okay. Then, by Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. Here we notice
Parking mo muna kina Lorna.
Khadija wife is swearing by Allah. Why Khadija wife swearing by Allah? The Muslims, they say that Khadija was a Nasara. And Nasara, according to them, is a Christians. In order for Muhammad to marry Khadija, if Nasara, he have to be Nasara too. Nasara for me is nothing but a Christian cult. It is not. It's like Jehovah's Witnesses. It's not really Christian. They are cult. Like they believe in Jesus, etc., but in their own wrong way. So here we notice that Khadija, who is Nasara, she told him, "Come with me." Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin. He is not really her cousin. He is, let us say, like the son of, not direct uncle to her. Waraqa bin Nawfal, Ibn Asad, Ibn Abdul Uzza, Ibn Qusay. Waraqa was the son of her uncle, i.e. her father brother, who during the pre-Islamic period become a Nasara, not a Christian. See, let's say here the word Christian, Nasara. Quran never mentioned the word Christian, it mentioned the word Nasara. And he used to write the Arabic writing, and he used to write the gospel in Arabic. That is the Quran. And by the way, here we have many problems based on this hadith. If Waraqa was writing the gospel in Arabic, that means there was a gospel which is non-Arabic, and there's a gospel which in Arabic. You know what I mean? So where is the gospel which was not Arabic, and where is the gospel which is Arabic now? How the Muslims, they say that the Christians or the Nasara, they corrupted their book, and Waraqa bin Nawfal is the decent man who made Muhammad a prophet. And by the way, Muhammad, he claimed that Waraqa will be in heaven. So at least at this point, Muhammad, he have a book, which is the book of, it's called the Bible, which is not corrupt. He have two copies of it. He have one in the language which is translated from, and most likely it's Aramaic, and he have the copy which is the Gospel in Arabic. Now for me, and this is my own opinion, if you read my book, I have reference proving that Waraqa must be the real father of Muhammad. This is why anytime anything happened to Muhammad, you'll find him with Waraqa. So, to make it simple, when Waraqa died, read really carefully. It says here, after a few days, Waraqa died, and the divine inspiration has all. For a while.
Hello.
Why Waraqa died? Allah stopped sending messages. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Who is Waraqa? So Muhammad becomes so sad, and we have heard he intended several times to throw himself from the top of the high mountains. So Muhammad, because of this, there's two things happen which is destroying his life. Waraqa died, and now there's no Quran. Obviously Muhammad got his Quran from Waraqa. And obviously Muhammad here was suffering badly, because what he would say to the people, I need Quran. The guy who gave me Quran is gone. And every time he went to the top of the mountain in order to throw himself down, Jibreel would appear before him and say, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah Messenger." Into whereupon his heart would become quiet and he would calm down and return home. And whenever the period of the coming of the inspiration used to become long,
Oh,
he would do the
Diretso
same,
lang
which means he
kasi,
tried
ba't
to commit
pinalaro
suicide. And here,
mo?
we have to question
Hindi mo
the
naman dapat
stability
laruin,
of the
diretso
brain
lang.
of Muhammad. Why each time the inspiration stopped or closed, the guy
Bawi!
tried to commit suicide? He must be crazy. Why? So what? I'm a prophet of God. I should be wise. God, he sends his message when he wish, as he wish. So why, if he stopped messages, I'm going to go to the top of the mountain and kill myself? And why the angel, he have to repeat the same story? He come to him, he says, "You are a prophet, man. Believe me, you are a prophet. Don't do that." That means Muhammad, he himself, he don't believe he's a prophet. You know what I mean? In order to do such a thing, that means I have to be suffering from mental illness. The angel came to me first time and he said to me, "Don't do that, you're a prophet." So he confirmed it to me. That's it. Okay, so why I do it again and again and again? It's like a child. Each time he needs some candies, he go to the top of the mountain, he said to mommy, "If you don't give me candies, I'm going to throw myself." How this guy can be a prophet of God? So all the story of Muhammad is nothing but a fiction. And obviously Muhammad is suffering from mental illness. Actually, all stories all over the Quran and the Hadith proving that Muhammad is crazy. In the Quran, Muhammad was accused to be crazy 6 times, as I remember. Hello?
Hello, brother. Sorry, I'm so sorry for stopping you, but I have a question there. If the Waraka writing the Gospels,
Sorry?
the Gospels said, sorry for stopping you.
Okay.
So, the Hadith say Waraka died, and then he stopped writing the Gospel, right?
Hmm.
If he wrote the gospel says Jesus died. Why in Quran we can find Jesus not die?
Well, this is why, my friend, as I said, this guy is Nasara. He is not a Christian. For the Nasara, he did not die. The Nasara, they believe that the Messiah, he was, because he is son of God, there's no way God, his father, will make him being tortured. So what they believe, that God, he replaced the Messiah on the cross and he made someone look like him. And this is exactly what the Quran is saying.
So Muhammad took from the Nasara.
Yes, Muhammad, he never met Christians. Muhammad, he had Nasara around him only.
Oh.
There's no Christian around him. He had Nasara. That's why the whole Quran never mentioned anything except Nasara. There's the people of the book in Islam is 2, Nasara and Jews. So Nasara is the one he think they are the true Christians, and the Jews, he called them Yahud, which is the wrong name. And then there is verse like after that. Let us say there's like anything have to do with God and prophets. Muhammad obviously is copying from others, but there is a chapters in the Quran is written by Muhammad. This is why they sound very stupid. You see, when if you buy my book, any of my books, and you learn, you read my translation, or let's say that my writing in English, by Shakespeare, you will notice right away the difference, right? And how strong the language in Shakespeare book, and there is no way to compare my English to Shakespeare, correct?
Yeah.
So, if you are an Arab person, right away you will notice that the one who wrote the Quran, there's some chapters they have a good Arabic, and there's chapters that have a very horrible Arabic. It's cannot be the same writer. It's obvious. So I believe that those who they have a good Arabic is what Waraqa he wrote. And the one who have a wrong language is what Muhammad he made. And those are usually the one speaking about any woman, she want to give her private part to Muhammad to sleep with him. Muhammad have fight with his wife. They are silly, they are stupid. So the Quran is divided to what is written by someone who have a good Arabic and someone who have very silly. He have a flight of thoughts. He have suffering from mental illness. He is stupid in the organizing the ideas. His language is bad. His Arabic is bad. And we have tons of the stories. As an example, if you know the story where Muhammad he said Allah is the best of the creators. Remember the story?
Yeah.
Okay, the story is there's a guy, he is an Israelite, he's a Christian. He was working for Muhammad, and some they say he is not a Christian, he is the cousin of Uthman. Anyway, so the guy he was writing for Muhammad Quran. Muhammad was telling him Quran, and then the guy he said, Subhanallah, khairul khaliqeen. Allah is the best of the creators. Muhammad he said right, Tabarakallah khaliqeen. So the guy he said, but this is what I said. He said, yes, it came to me the same. But he just said that, Muhammad he liked it.
Yeah.
He told him add it there. He liked it. So the guy here he decided to leave Islam, and this is what the Muslims says in their books. He went and he said to himself, well, if Muhammad is a prophet, I am a prophet too, because I am the one who said that first. So how does he become Quran? So he discovered that he's a scam. So he ran away and he escaped, and then he wanted to kill him, and etc. And he hid in the house of Uthman. Long story. So obviously Muhammad he made Quran by his own, and he take from people a sentence. As you remember, Umar he said, my God agree with me in 3. Some stories they say Allah agree with Umar in 10. Some they say 7. Whatever it is, you will notice that Muhammad Umar he say something. Muhammad he take it and he put it as it is in the Quran. So we cannot say the Quran is made only from Waraqa, but we can say the major information is coming from Waraqa. And then after that, Muhammad he had no choice but to make his own Quran, and he started collecting ideas from people around him. But for example, the Kaaba, to pray to the Kaaba, who is the one who came with this verse? Umar. The hijab, the chapter of the hijab, who is the one who said that? Umar. So like many things. The verse about Allah threatened the wives of Muhammad to behave, otherwise he will divorce them and replace them by different women. This is from Umar. So Umar he says something, Muhammad he take it and he put it in the Quran. And this is the same for anything. There's tons of, like a story of Alexander the Great. This is not from Muhammad. This is a legend written by a guy from Syria, and he made a book. It's called the Book of the Two Horns. And he called Alexander the Great by the person of the two horn. This is why the Quran mentioned the man of the two horn. Now, if you ask yourself, how Muhammad he claimed that God is speaking, and then he called the guy with the two horn. Can we know his name? Who is this guy? That guy with two horn. Since when we call a person by a horn? You know what I mean? The reason for that, Muhammad is copying a legend, copying a story, fiction story. And in the story, it called him the man with the two horns. So, in chapter 18, verse number 83, it says, and they are asking you about Dhul Qarnayn, the man with the two horns, say, I will tell you a story, and then he starts telling the story, which is very stupid story, that the guy who went and he found the sun sitting in murky water, blah, 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 blah. Here, this Quran, the story is from the guy from Syria who wrote this story about a real person who is Alexander the Great. Like today, many people write stories about someone is real, but the story itself is fiction, full of fiction. So Muhammad, he took the story, but he wrote it again in his own way in the Quran. So this is the chapter in front of us. This is Muhammad talking.
Yeah.
This is not Waraqa.
So I have one question about the Azhar. So when Quran mentioned about the Gospel and Torah, he mentioned about the false story, you know. So it's like there is no Abraham there. It's like just being Abraham and Ibrahim. So where the Muhammad took that?
As I said, everything Muhammad he have is taken from people around him, and for sure, the story about Abraham have two sources here. Have the Nasara because they believe in Abraham, and the Jews. Same as Moses, same as Mary, same as Isa. You know, and here, you know, this is why we see the name is Isa is coming, because he took it obviously from the book of the Nasara, but he could not read it. If you remember in the Quran did not call the gospel by a Hebrew name. He used the Injil, and the Injil is a Greek word. Right? Now here we need to ask ourselves, why Muhammad he said that Allah he sent down the Injil? The Muslims they say to us that Jesus was sent only to the Jews. Okay, how he is sent to the Jews, but yet Allah he is using a Greek name. Allah is using a wrong name.
No.
You know what I mean? The Injil is a correct name actually, but this is a Greek name. So how Allah he used the Greek name?
Yeah, I understand.
This is against the teaching of Islam, because if Jesus is a prophet was sent to the Jews, imagine, you know, I am a prophet to the Jews and the name of my book in Japanese. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I mean, why is that? This book is for the Jews, not for the Greek. So he's copying the Greek because this is the only name he knew. He's not learning something else. You know, so he had to put the word as he have it in the translation from Waraqa. You know what I mean? So the translation from Waraqa, he used it. It says Injil, and the same as Azar in the book of Waraqa. It says Azar. So Muhammad do not know what Azar. He put it there Azar. And actually, me myself, I believe Muhammad he knew how to write, how to read.
Yeah, I know about that.
But the story when he said in Arabic, he said, "Ma ana biqari," he was saying what I should read, which is very normal. But the Muslims, they are stubborn. They say they do not know how to read. Why? Because the Quran says that Muhammad was illiterate, but the Quran doesn't say Muhammad is illiterate about writing or reading.
But about the book,
about not having a God, the true God. You know, if you don't have a true God, then you are illiterate. You know, even the Quran says that. I mean, Muslims are really very naive.
So Christopher, about the illiterate, what chapter?
What is what?
About the illiterate.
Illiterate. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 78, as an example, you will see the Quran telling us exactly what is the illiterate. And among them is illiterate folk who know not, who know the scriptures not, except okay. So as they think. So who is the illiterate? Is the one who do not know the book. Anyone who don't have a book is illiterate.
That's
And
right.
the Christian and the Jews are not, you see, the Quran did not say nowhere that the Christians is illiterate. Always is called people of the book. If you read this chapter, example, chapter 3, verse number 20, you will see it says the following. If they argue with you, Muhammad, say, have surrendered my purpose to Allah. So have those who follow me, and those who have received the scriptures, and those who read not. Do you see it?
Yeah.
This is in
Read
Arabic is illiterate. Read not is so those who receive the scriptures and those who read not. Read not what? Scriptures. So the Quran, you know, divide the people to two kind of people. The one who is illiterate, and the one illiterate about God, don't have a book, and the one who have a book. And this is what the verse in front of us is saying clearly. But when you speak to the Muslims, they are stubborn. It says in front of us, it says they are those who they have a book and those who they are unlearned. And this is coming from the Jewish style of teaching. The Jewish believe, we know that the Jews believe in something of they say Gentile, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what illiterate mean and learn. So there's those who knows God and those the ignorant who do not know God. As simple as that. This is not about writing and reading.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, my
So
friend?
it's like the same story with if the Muhammad cannot read and then cannot write, when Muhammad died, he just told his friends to taking material writings.
Right. No. Obviously, Muhammad, he know how to write, how to read. This is, but I mean, as I said, when I debate with Muslims, I debate them with what they believe in, not what I believe in. I believe Muhammad knows how to write, but as long they decide to be stubborn and to say no, okay, go with you. That will make it even easier for us to get him busted.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, my friend, for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend. You are live on air. What do you want to say to us?
Oh, okay. I have some regarding some verses of the Bible that unfortunately I wasn't able to ask someone else.
What about the topic we are speaking about?
I'm not sure exactly what topic you're speaking about.
The topic we are saying 3 reasons Allah cannot be God.
Allah.
Hmm.
Okay, Allah is not God, yeah?
Cannot be God.
Cannot be God.
Yeah.
Can I clarify? Can I ask a clarification? Like, when you say Allah, you mean Allah in Islam or Allah in general?
What is Allah in Islam, Islam in general? Allah is the God of Islam.
But I'm saying when you say Allah, as in the name, Allah.
Allah is a name, my friend. Allah is a name. And Arab Christian, they use the word Allah because they are forced to use it after 1400 years of occupation. We don't believe in Allah. Allah is a being. God is the one God.
So if I read in the Arabic Bible where it says,
this is a false translation. This is what I say. This is false translation. This is translation. There's no.
Why don't you translate it as ilah? Why don't you put ilah or Rabb?
No problem. I'm saying, I just said to you, this is false translation.
Okay, I'm just saying that's what I've read in the Arabic Bible.
Okay, let me show you. What I read now in the Quran, it says the word Jesus. Can you find the word Jesus in the original Quran?
Jesus. Now you want the word Yeshua?
No. I'm asking you, can you find the name of the Jesus? Yeshua or Yeshua or even Jesus? Can we find it in the Quran? No, right?
If you're using those names, then no.
Okay,
we
so
cannot find those names.
So that's mean the Quran, when the name Jesus appeared, that's mean the Quran is giving false translation. Do you agree?
I do not believe that. I believe that Isa is a name of Jesus as well.
Okay,
I'm not denying that.
no
yes,
problem.
Isa
But
is a name.
is that a correct translation to say Jesus when the Quran never says Jesus?
If it says Isa, which is in reference to Jesus, because Allah doesn't just
How you know
use
that this is
Isa in
reference
the
to
Quran
Jesus? How you
refer
know
to
that this
Jesus.
is reference to Jesus?
Hold on. In the Quran, Allah uses 3 different things to refer to Jesus. He doesn't just call him Isa. He says Isa ibn Maryam, so it clarifies that he is the son of Mary, number 1. Number 2, it calls him Al-Masih, so we're not confused. It clearly says Al-Masih. And last time I checked, Christians only believe Jesus
This is not
is
the
the
question,
Messiah.
my friend. This is not the question. The question is, why Allah did not call Jesus by his correct name?
Well, but you're the one saying it's incorrect.
Well, nobody heard of his name before. You know, we are the Christian, we believe in Jesus, and we have our Bible. We never heard of Isa. Who is Isa? Can you tell me who's Isa? We never heard of him.
Isa? So you're saying that Isa cannot be a name of Jesus,
Do you have an like a pre-name for this, like any history reporting the name Isa before? Any book before Muhammad?
But I'm saying, did you hear what I said before? I said, Allah in the Quran, He does not only mention the name Isa to refer to Jesus.
No problem, no
He says
problem.
Al-Masih.
Do you know where the name is coming from? What Isa mean? Can you tell me what Isa mean?
But that's the meaning of the name?
Yeah.
I would assume that the meaning comes from the original Aramaic, which the name derives from.
What his name? What?
I said I would refer to the meaning in Aramaic in which the actual name derives from.
Okay, but what the meaning of the name?
Isa?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What
I
Allah
haven't looked
mean?
at the meaning in Aramaic.
Okay, what Allah mean? Don't tell me you do not know what the name of Allah mean. What Allah mean?
Allah is a contraction between El and Ilah, meaning the God.
No. Okay, you see, you speak Arabic, right? Which will make it a lot easier for me.
I do not Arabic. I do not know Arabic.
So
that
why
well,
you are
but I know
typing
Arabic.
your name in Arabic in the top of your Skype?
Because because I can understand what I wrote. I mean, is something wrong with putting somebody's name in
How
Arabic?
you can understand what you wrote if you do not know Arabic?
I said I don't know Arabic in depth. I said I know basic Arabic.
I know. So here we go. You see, you type your name in Arabic, but you do not know Arabic. Does it say here in front of me? Look at this. Chapter 1, verse number 2. It says, Alhamdulillah. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. Li, what li mean? True. And lah.
Allah.
Thank you. So guys, Allah, his name is, and here we go, Mr. I don't know what to call you. What's your name?
Amir.
Mr. Amir, he agreed that this is Alhamdulillah. This is, which means thanks to Allah. Li, he said, and I'm just quoting what he said. I will type it in the screen. Li, and then the name is
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? He didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran has mentioned if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question. That most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs are haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their
I
ears.
really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. I know that many people are here because we don't really schedule time, and we don't give you enough time to know that we are here. And usually YouTube don't send notification for our channel. But it's okay. No, what is important is we deliver our message and later people download it and share it. As you see the title saying, Join Allah Community, 7 days free trial. Somebody sent me an email saying, you should create a community and use your knowledge, to teach, in the same time you increase your income. And you can give people free 7-day free trial. And he mentioned the name of somebody, but I'm not going to say. And I said to him, okay, I'm going to go, I will listen to your advice and I will make a live stream about it. I don't know if he's listening now or not. You know, people think, look like we are having Netflix here or Amazon movie. And we will give you 7 days trial. If you like our service, continue. And if you bring somebody, we'll give you a discount. No, I mean, people are really funny and really weird. I understand that people like to make money. And money is, for sure, is needed for everything we do in life. But why people, they give me donation in Patreon then? I mean, the one who can help, they can help. The one who cannot, what we will do with them? We tell them get lost? I find it very, very un-Christian to ask me to do such a thing. I'm not doing business. And I am here for the poor before the rich. Even though those who have, they can afford to help, they help. But they help not because they are rich or poor. They help because they knew that this is a good thing to do. But we will not do a 7-day trial, and we will not do business, and we will not teach the one who have money, and we will ignore the poor. That is not a Christian, like behavior. We know that Muhammad, in order to get himself to be in the position he become in, he married a woman, she is 15 years older. Some they say 20, depend. But when you lose your ethic, everything is for sale. And Muhammad, he was no better. He married a woman, she is way older, and all of us, we knew that Muhammad, he liked young children. So for the sake of the money, we know the story when Muhammad, he asked his companion, his name is Jabir, why you don't marry a child so you can play her and she can play with you. So Muhammad, he sacrificed his desire for the sake of the money. Gold is what people seek. I'm not here to do business. And most of my life work, I did not receive even a penny. This was new. In the year 2012, I thought maybe we can make a TV station, and nobody support us, so it was a failure. Very few people, they were interested to support. Otherwise, I never really thought about even collecting donation. Even though it's really needed, But this is not why we are here. So if there's a donation or there's no donation, we will be here. If people help or not help, I will be here. If the one who listen, they are poor or rich, I will be here. It doesn't matter really. And I will never change the way I do things, and this is a promise from me. See, people, they can give excuses to collect money. Yes, life is not for free. But you know, there is the Lord is providing, and as long as the Lord is providing, what we need more. You will take nothing with you extra to the grave. So don't be greedy and don't seek more, otherwise you will lose a lot. So this is my answer for the person who asked me to do the 7 days trial immunity. I'm not doing business, my friend. And always I will do my videos for free and my help for free. I speak to people for free, in private, in public, all for free. And it will never change. You always be careful, because Satan, he would love to deceive you, and he would love to use you. When your mission became about money, you will lose everything. You know, see, all the disciples of Jesus, and they are the best of us. They used to work. Paul, he used to make tents. So they work, and for sure, like Christians, they support them, but they did not make demand that I will not teach in the church unless you pay me first, unless you give me money. People who do this, they are not serving the Lord. They are just doing business. If people want to help, okay, from their good, they can help. If not, if you are a believer, the Lord will provide you. The Lord will provide you. If you put money first before your mission, it means you are just doing money. You are not working for your mission. Money is coming first.
Yes. Thank you for reminding, Lord.
So that will never change, and I hope my message is clear. And I want just to have a little conversation with you guys, nothing really. We don't have much of a topic. As you see, this email was very irritating for me. I don't know what this person think of me. Very bad. Yeah. Anyway, you know, the majority of people are poor. People, they cannot afford this day to buy a sandwich. People, they cannot afford even to, you know, to do anything. I mean, life is becoming so expensive. I'm a person who by myself, I don't have children, I don't have wife, and life is really expensive. I mean, last year, the $100, it make way more, like you can do more shopping, way more shopping, than what we have today, thanks to the stupid president of this country. So, you know, why we think always about how we can accomplish, how our mission becomes just about money. You know, you go even churches, you will see that a person, he will not do a speech in a church, he negotiate first. The same as the Muslims, you know, Muslims, and there's many Christians and Muslims, they do the same. You will see an ustad, or those mimi hijab, and those supposed to become ustads now, but they are just a jump of Islam. They will not go to somewhere unless you give them a 5-star hotel, and you know how much you will pay me. They have a debate with David Wood right away after 2 seconds. Brother, sister, did they need for us? We are the ones standing for Islam. After not even an hour from the debate, he started crying out, asking for donation, because this is their golden opportunity to get rich. And actually, we know that David Wood, whatever he touched, he make it into gold. And I'm talking about Muslims. He is the one who make them rich. Because he in the funny debate. So those are Muslims and we are Christians. We are different. Muhammad is a prophet of money. The God of Muhammad, even he asked for borrowing money, and the return of the money will pay back to you in heaven. Have you ever heard of a God asking for mortgage? Why? Aren't you God? But Muhammad is making business, and he used God as all cult leaders. And cult leaders, by the way, not necessarily they are from Muslim, They can be, somebody claim to be Christians. I don't know, this website is not working, I don't know what's wrong. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 245, you will see it says, who wanna give Allah a goodly loan? Chapter 57, verse number 11, it says, man who is the one can give Allah a good loan, and Allah will double it for him. Here it is one double, here it's many doubles. And ask yourself what kind of God you need a mortgage, and he will pay you back in heaven. Isn't it obvious it's a scam? But isn't it this God who created gold and silver? Then he is speaking from in chapter 67, verse number 17, 64, verse number 17. You see, I keep working. If you lend to Allah a goodly loan, all is spent for the cause of Allah, and who is the one who takes the money, Muhammad? So always I want to warn you that all liars, all cult leaders, they want two things: your money and your women. You will find that all corruption of any religious institute, this doesn't matter what it is, even if it's Christian or Muslims or Hindus or anything. Always, the corruption have to come from two doors: money and sex. Those two things, men are enslaved to, which means they are slaves to money and slave to sex. And when a person he becomes famous, he feels that he is powerful, and he like to take advantage because now he reached the top, let us say, where he can demand things. He can demand money. He can demand service. He can demand special treatment, because now he reached the point where he is incompetent. The second you see that, this person is a fraud. You see, right now, it's late night here in my place. What I will lose if I go online and I answer some questions about their questions, regardless of anything. Let us say there's nobody making donation. What I will lose? What exactly I sacrifice? Now, for sure case, I stay for many hours. I stay sometime even, I do more than one podcast. One is 6 hours, the other one 3 hours, the other one 2 hours. Total like 13, 14 hours within 24 hours or 48 hours. That is extreme. But let us say I'm a person who makes videos for 15 minutes or half hour. How exactly I demand people to pay me in order to make that video? That is not right. Muhammad, his way is known, that he tempt his followers to pay him not because they are good and not because he is good, but because what they will get in return. You see, it's an investment. It's in front of you. So their greed is their religion. Their greed. So the greedy one, he says, oh, okay, let me give Muhammad now, I will give him $1,000 and Muhammad will make it for me $1 million in heaven. So even when they give, not because they are good, but because they are evil. Do you understand me? Not because they are good. You see, why Allah telling them, I will double it for you? He is using their greed. Can a person give without expectation of return? How can he do that? If you give me money and the expectation I will double it for you doesn't mean that you are good at all. That means you are bad. Do you understand? A good person, he does for somebody he is homeless, hoping that he will do something back to you. What exactly? What do you want? Now Allah is God supposedly, and this God, he is asking them to spend money. That's for sure that we give it to Muhammad, and Allah will double it for them. Why a Muslim he want money to be doubled for him? And how you can double money for him? And as long you are good in doubling, why you are asking for it? And as long the person is giving it to you, not because he is interested to help you, but now he is interested to double it. All cult leaders, they are the same. My friend, there is nothing is called deception of Allah, volume number 2. There is Quran and science on depth. That is volume 2. So we have different names. So you might be confused thinking that volume number 1, that's mean that's volume number 2. So it should be volume number 2. But I changed the name because it's Quran and science. So you need to search for Quran and some depth. That is deception of Allah, volume number 2. You know, the Lord, he says, from their fruits we shall know them. And here in this case, a person is making donation, he don't have a fruit. That is not a fruit. That is an expectation of an investment. Actually, the Quran did not hesitate for a second to call Islam as a trade. If we search for the word tijara, tijara, you will see the word tijara is all over the Quran. Tijara. Muhammad said to them, can I lead you to a tijara, which is a very great investment? Chapter 61, verse number 10. Tijara. You know what tijara? The translation here says commerce. Tijara is you buying some stuff, and then you sell it again, and then you made some money from reselling the product. That is tijara. Tijara is not someone who made the product. Some bought it and he resold it, and he add extra price to the price he bought it with. This is what tijara is. So how in the world God and guidance become a tijara? Because this is the nature of Islam. Islam is a business. Why Muslims believe in Allah? Because he will give them gold and silver, and he will double their money, and he will give them a lot of sex, boys, wine. So it's not the belief, it is the buffet. It's not because they believe. They believe in the buffet, they don't believe in Allah. The expectation is the buffet, and that's why if we take the buffet out, how many Muslims will be believing in Islam? How many person will do, like exploit himself for the sake of Allah? Nobody. But they are desperate to go because of this life here. Most of them will do that. You know, they are desperate. They are poor. They have no money. Like you see, Osama bin Laden, his men they go to die, and he stay in the back. Why you don't do what your money? You know, why your son don't do what they do too? Why you don't send your son to die with them? Why his son don't put himself in a car and explode himself?
Yeah.
Those are the rich. Those are doing business, drugs, etc. And they use religion as a cover-up for their business. The real believers is the one who give his life to get what? To get double faith. To get the girls. The women with the big boobs. Osama bin Laden is so smart. You know that this is false. This is why he is not doing it. Otherwise, he will be the first to go. Aren't they taken to be murdered? Go for it. He will not do that. He hid for many, many years. When he had the opportunity every day to be murdered for the sake of Allah. They will not do it. So the naive ones is the one who do such a thing. It's different from riba. Riba,
Huh?
the word riba is coming from
Hello.
the interest, like interest you take from a bank. But you know, the Muslim always, they have
Mano lang natin dito.
if you put your money in the
Sa
bank,
likod ka
they
lang
say, we
kayo
don't
lumabas.
give you interest.
Buksan ko.
We give you return. So they change just the name, you know. So it's a fraud. This is an issue. Everything is a fraud. They just change the name. Like prostitution, we don't do prostitution. Haram. So what we do? What we do? We do one night stand. We do zawaj a friend. We don't do mutar no more. So what we do? So they just change the name. Do you remember the video of Mimi Hijab? The sheikh Mimi Hijab was saying to Abu Khadija, he is a very well-known sheikh, that you Muslim Sunni, you marry for 5 no?
Sensor lang problema. May nabukas siguro.
Putol yun. O kaya hindi mo lang nailagay na.
The video?
Hindi kasi tinanggal natin yun eh.
Yeah.
Pinutol mo yun eh. Yun.
Hindi.
Hindi mo ba pinutol yun? Nahugot lang yun.
Wala sa kamay mga alitabok.
Hijab. It is true. You know, as an opportunity. And to, you know, this is God. This is
babasahin na, ano lang yung sasabunan lang tapos pupunasan.
Basta pupunasan lang to.
Sabunan mo muna ng ano, tapos punasan mo.
Ito?
Sabunan muna.
Nasabon ako. Good. Sabon ako.
Hindi, yung foam. Pang sabon mo yung foam. Tapos punasan mo ng ganyan. Yung detergent ang ano mo, wag yung ano.
Ito?
Ayan.
Hindi naman tubig.
Ah, ito na lang ah. Ha? Ito, dito tapos. So, dito. Oh, punasan mo. Ganyan mo yung punasan. Oh, punasan mo na kaagad. Oh. Hindi, huwag dyan. Napinis na ito. Dito lang. Dito, dito. Dito, itong nagsaipan na.
Dito sa taas eh.
Nasa is na pala. Nasa mo muna yan. Mamaya na tayo mag-ano. Mag-reserve na. Makakalo tayo ni Lord. Ang pagpunas, one way lang pagpunas para matanggal yung sabon. Ha? Nasa mga tayo.
Sulod na to.
Yung mga tools natin, paki-fix mo ng konti kung saan mo muna. Yung jack, buhat mo na yung jack.
Pa?
Yan, lagay mo muna sa tabi dyan. Saan mo lalagay yung bilog na ano? Yung bilog. Yung mahaba na itim. Kainit ka ng tubig at magtimpla muna tayo ng ito bago tayo mag-price sa ano.
Take mo ka. Walang batas eh.
Mukha na.